Hello. Hi, Dell, Melissa, Tony. Hello, Wendy, Cheryl. I'm pleased you haven't all forgotten me. We've got quite a few people here on board. Oh, you're actually on your way home, Lynn. What a week you've had. So we've made it back as far as Brisbane. Hi, Hillary. Hi, Susan. Hi, Sue. Hi, Liz. Hi, Sol. Hi, Jane. Hi, Anne. Helen, thank you. Yes, back safe and sound. Well, sort of. I'm a bit low, aren't I? Hang on a minute. Let me just move this down a little bit. That's a bit better. I do feel low, though. I need my chair has sunk. I really need a higher chair for this table. Hi, Gwen. Hi, Karen. Hi, Rhonda. Yes, I brought it back with me, Rhonda. Hi, Janet. Hi, Peter. Did bring it back with me. Hopefully it'll be gone before next week. It's just going to be my typical cough now, I think, Janie. It was quite bad. So Joe picked up a bug on the way over on the plane, and I managed to stave it off for another week, despite sleeping in the same bed in the same tiny room with her. And eventually succumbed and came down with it on my last day of teaching. So our whole 6 days of touristing, we were both quite unwell. Anyway, we survived, coughed all the way home on the plane for 19 hours on the long flight. I'm sure everyone was hating on me, but at least I had a whole row to myself, so I wasn't coughing on anyone. It was the one from Sydney to home that we got some nasty stares, and I was trying really hard not to cough on that one. But I was, 10 days out, so I don't think I was actually infectious. I just had my typical cough. But yeah, it was a nice, nasty bug we picked up. Anyway, we forged through. Hi, Vienna. Hi, Andrea. Hi, Joe. It looks like you had a great time, Lynn. You must have spent weeks organizing all your coordinated outfits. Anyway, it was pretty cool and made it a lot of fun, I'm sure. Hi, Joy. Hi, Catherine. Hi, Sharon. Hi, Mum, if you've remembered to watch, if you're here. So I'm going to attempt not to cough my way through, but we'll see. I actually forgot to get a drink, and I forgot to get my gin. I'm out of practice, aren't I? Hi, Amelia. Hi, Sharon. I think I just said hello, Sharon. So we'll see how we go. I have been a bit better, but today it's come back with a vengeance and a little sniffle. I should have brought a tissue. Anyway, there's one in the emergency pocket here. It's all right. Hi, Vera. Yeah, I'm sure you did. I actually didn't quite work out what it was about. Were you playing, Lynn, or you were just going to watch and support? And were they Townsville teams, or were they... I don't think they're Australian teams. I wasn't quite sure what it was. Yeah, it's just my luck, Catherine. I thought I was doing really well. So I took Armour Force with echinacea before. That was recommended to me by a couple of people and my two girls, the nurse and the pharmacist girl, who come back Saturday after 8 weeks of traveling, and both of them have stayed well the whole time. So amazing. So I did. Hi, Anita. So I did take it, and I got my immunity up, I thought, quite well, and hence probably why I didn't get quite as lose my voice as much as Joe did, and probably managed to stave it off for that extra week. But anyway, I succumbed in the end. And hi, Shelley. Hot and sunny Perth. Not hot here, but nice. The sun is out, and it is nice. I am, Vera. Yes, I'm coming to Perth in February. Yes. I must get on to that next. I've got to get some projects designed for that. A couple of big things happening first. So today our 12 days of Tilda boxes have been posted today and tomorrow. They might not have all gone out today. So if you were lucky enough to order one of those, they sold out like overnight a couple of months ago, then they are on the way to you, ready to start opening on the 1st of December. Now, there are a few outstanding people who hadn't paid their shipping invoice. So I think Joe resent them today. If you're just check your spam folders if you don't think you paid it, or if it doesn't arrive in the next week, then that might be why. So reach out to Joe for that. But it's only a few of you, so most of you paid at the time, or if you didn't select it at the time, you paid the invoice that Joe sent at the time. Anyway, they're really cool. So I had some boxes made, and much stronger than last year. So I'm pretty happy with them. It looks pretty cool, and it was a big job today to pack 75 times 12 plus extra things. But it's all done. Okay, no worries, Andrew, if you're one of them. And then tomorrow is Simply Charm Day, the 15th. So a couple have triggered today. A couple of your payments have triggered today, and the rest should all come tomorrow. And that's going to be our very last Simply Charmed subscription. We're finishing that, but I will have an offer for you soon about something slightly different for next year if you're in the Simply Charm Club, and that's just for those that have been in it now. Special offer for that. Oh, didn't you get one, Byannie? Gosh, I would have thought you would have. You're usually right onto it. And then next weekend is our gathering here in Hobart. We seem to have a few last minute sign-ups, so continuously doing, hi Rhonda, doing extra name tags as they're coming in, but the cutoff for that will be pretty soon. So if you're in Hobart and you want a last minute spot, then you better call tomorrow. Because I haven't told you yet, but that is also going to be our very last Hobart Christmas gathering as it stands. So I've always said when we don't get the numbers and it's the polish is sort of, the shine is going, then it's time to change it up and finish something and come up with something new. So if you're in Hobart and you're going to regret having something like a nice Christmas get together when it leaves, then you need to book in for next week. Yeah. And then of course the weekend after, 2 weeks after that, will be in Adelaide. So yes, Joe, you're heading down next weekend, and hopefully the weather will be lovely for you. Hi, Karen. Karen, are you a new Karen? I know we have lots of Karens, but Karen Aitken, you might be new here. Welcome if you are. Okay, so and then we have one more Stitches Garden to come in December as well. So I haven't started the project yet. I'm a bit behind now, so I need to get that sorted for your last Stitches Garden. And we're yet to decide whether we continue that next year either. So if you've got any feedback on that, feel free to shoot me a message, but that may also be discontinuing. Time to change it up and find some new things. Oh, you're in Hobart Wednesday, Sharon. We look forward to seeing you. Thanks, Denise. Okay, so yes, America was great. Apart from getting sick, everything else went well. I managed to drive at 140 k's an hour on the highways on the wrong side of the road without crashing, but it is a little bit scary. I must say that that's not the speed limit, but the rules are that you actually drive at the speed that everyone else is driving at, and they all drive at 140 k's an hour. So, but they were in big trucks, and even their little utes are like big trucks compared to my little hire car. So that was a bit scary, but we had a great time. We saw some really great places. Hi, Kayleen. Hi, Judy. If you weren't following along on Instagram or Facebook, we went to the Texas Quilt Museum. We oh, you're on the cruise. Coming in on a cruise, Sharon. Well done. We saw, I think it was in LaGrange. That's where the Quilt Museum is. Yeah, we saw a longhorn cow. So we're in Texas, and all I kept thinking of was Yellowstone. And I know Yellowstone's not in Texas, but they have gone down to Texas. And so you could see all the big entrances to the ranches, like along the freeway with their big gates, and they're all closed and everything. But you couldn't see cattle, any stock, anything, any on the roads. You couldn't see it, and they were all closed. So we kept saying, "Oh, we'd like to just drive into a ranch and find the cowboys and see how it works." But anyway, not to happen. But in LaGrange, and I'm not quite sure why, but we saw this little gathering down a side street and headed down there, and a farmer or a rancher had just brought in 2 longhorns in his trailer. I'm not quite sure why. It may have been an election thing. Anyway, he just took them out and had them in front of this wall and said, "You can come and have photos with them." He said, "No charge or anything, just have a photo." So anyway, we did. Not quite sure why. Now these longhorns, so the one that we stood with was the bigger one, and really quiet and timid. It was very, very under control, not scary at all. But 8 foot long, and the horns were 8 foot wide. So they just fit in his trailer, which is 8 foot wide. So, the big longer horns that come out the front, they were 8 foot wide. So there's photos on my Instagram. Oh, actually, they were on my story, so you might not be able to see them now. I must do a newsletter, and I'll put some photos in that. So that was a bit of a highlight. And what else? Then we headed to San Antonio to the Riverwalk now, and the Alamo. So we did the Alamo, and which I really didn't know much about, but now I know all about it because we read it all. And the Riverwalk, which I've not heard about, but if you've heard of the Riverwalk, that's pretty amazing. And it was like being in Times Square, New York. Like, it was just happening, and you just didn't want to leave it. And it happened to be the Day of the Dead. So we were there for Halloween, and then we were in San Antonio, which is like almost down on to Mexico, right down the bottom. So very Mexican influenced. And it was the Day of the Dead. So we happened to be there for the Day of the Dead. So, huge light shows on the river and fireworks and people dressed up and big parties happening. So that was great. But this Riverwalk is like a river down below the street level. So on street level, it's big high-rise hotels and buildings and everything, and you wouldn't know it was there. But if you can find an entrance to get down underneath, there's this whole river, which is natural, but they've like concreted in and put locks and things in. It was to manage the river so they didn't flood years and years ago. And then it's just all restaurants and buskers and live music and nightclubs, but not really more. It was just alive. It was just really happening. So that was fun. So that was good. Was it election crazy? Obviously it was election day. So we were there for election day. So there was a lot of election signs out, but we didn't see much of it. We saw one polling booth as we drove through. And then, of course, we know what the result was, and we were in Texas, so they were all happy. So there was no issues after. And what else did we do? Oh, so then we went to Fredericksburg, which is sort of like Hahndorf on steroids, or Richmond down here on super steroids. Like it's huge. So it was all just a long street of all little beautiful shops and things. And then we went up to Waco to Magnolia, which I'd never heard about, but everyone had said to us, because we hadn't pre-planned any of this, because we knew people would give us lots of ideas. So everyone had said we had to go Magnolia Silos at Waco, which we didn't know what that was, but a lot of people do. So there's a TV show called Fixer Upper, and Joanna and Chip run this TV show, and it's like a fix-up housing sort of place. But anyway, they took this whole derelict city block in Waco, and Waco doesn't have a very positive image after its history. So there's this whole derelict city block, which was old silos and stuff, and they've made it into this beautiful, safe, green, pretty area and they now produce like all their own homewares, and they have a real estate business, and they have basically every shop on this place had their goods in it. And then there was food trucks and outdoor play areas with little mini baseball things and games for the kids to play. And at night, we got there at night, and all the trees were lit up with fairy lights. And then they take other old buildings of significance that are wreck and ruin and fix them up. So anyway, that was pretty. I'm yet to find the show, Nancy. I need to find it. I'm sure I'll be able to see it. Everyone else knew about it. We just didn't know about it. So Don't watch that much American TV, obviously, but I will look for it. So that was nice. And yes, then we headed back. So that was a few of the highlights of our little trip around Texas. Market was amazing for me. Ticked all my goals plus more on the first day. So that was really nice to be back, and everyone did remember me. And then I taught at festival for 2 days. So I had 4 lovely classes there with lots of excited students. So that was good too. Apart from the second day when I was dying. But anyway, we got through it. I hope no one else in the class got sick from me. So I've got lots to show you. So for those, I know probably none of you have been to Market. So International Quilt Market in Houston is a trade-only show. So it's not retail. And it's where everyone in the industry goes to show and sell their stuff to shops. So obviously we were trying to sell our applique paper and EPP iron-ons, and then just make connections and collaborations and all sorts of things like that. So which is probably more important. You don't actually sell much on the booth. It's just about that. So, but then on the day before it opens is what's called Schoolhouse, and that's a day of I don't know how many classrooms. These convention centers are enormous, like 10 times bigger than anything we have here. And there's like 3 levels and about 8 or 9 big halls. The quilt show took 2. So the quilts are in one and the vendors are in another. And then there was some disabled sports conference down one end and a makeup conference in there. And then on the 3rd level is like a zillion classrooms, or not classrooms, like rooms, presentation rooms and that. So hi, Mary. So on that day before, they have what's called Schoolhouse sessions. So there's probably, 20 rooms going along at once with 15 or 30-minute little presentation sessions where you go to learn about new things. And it's more education, but there's a lot of handouts and giveaways in that as well. So I did 2 of those, and because it's also the day you're setting up the booth, there was no time to really go to any others. But if you spent the day doing that, you pretty much get a suitcase full of giveaways and gifts already. And we'd planned that we took 4 suitcases over, and one was full of workshop kits and one was full of product samples. So I thought I should have 2 spare. But somehow that didn't work, and we came home with 4 as well. So Nancy, following straight after Market, so Market finished on Monday night, and then I went upstairs and started teaching Tuesday, Wednesday. But those 2 days are set-up days, and it switches to Festival, which is retail. And that has all the classes for retail people. So you can still go. You just won't go to the trade show part. You'll just wait and go to the festival part, which goes for a lot longer. So still put it on your list. What was I saying? Oh, yeah. But we did manage to snaffle a few things that were Schoolhouse giveaways or giveaways on people's booths, and we went to Sample Spree. Now, Sample Spree is this mad shopping spree for maybe 2 hours on the night before it opens. It's crazy mad. Like, people line up for 3 hours for it. I don't really know why, but Moda has all their fabrics there, their new fabrics there that you can buy. And you can just buy samples, so you can buy 1 of each instead of for wholesale orders. You've got to buy a lot, and you're getting a look at stuff before everyone else gets it. So Joe and I snuck in, and we did want a Moda bag because I have a collection of Moda bags, and you have to buy some fabric to get a Moda bag. So we did have to buy some fabric, and by the time we got in, there wasn't much left because we weren't lining up for 4 hours. But anyway, this is the Moda bag this year. Little different to normal. It actually doesn't, it just has a little bit written down there. What does it say? Emily Van Hoff Moda. So she was a new Moda designer this year, and they really featured her heavily. And so she got her design on the Moda bag this year. So that's the Moda bag for this year. That'll go in my collection. They're big, heavy canvas bags. And to buy that, to get that, I had to buy some fabric, didn't I? So I have 2 fat quarter bundles. Now, I'm deciding whether I keep them to make samples or whether I just make them available now. It is a very big bag, and if you fill it with fabric, Melissa, it is very heavy, and you can't take any trolleys or suitcases in. So people have like 10 of those bags full of fabric. It must be like hundreds of kilos, and they've got to lug it all out. I don't know why they don't allow even a parking lot of rolling suitcases or something, because people would spend more if they didn't have to carry it all. Anyway, so these are the sample packs that I bought, which if anyone really wants it, I will sell it to you. It won't be actually available as yardage for probably another 6 months. So this is the 50-year celebration pack by Three Sisters from Mona. So they've been around 50 years. So it's typical Three Sisters classic. Let's switch to overhead. Why isn't that switching? And we'll zoom in a little bit. Oh, we want to go solo on. And we want to zoom in a bit. It's being a bit slow, isn't it? It won't zoom in for me. Why won't it zoom in? Oh, here we go. It's just being slow. One day I'll get my new laptop all connected, which might be a bit quicker. I'm waiting on Judy's grandson to come and help me out and reset up my studio. He's very clever. All right, so why isn't that going out now? Okay, so this has got all the typical soft greys, the darker grey, soft grey, that beautiful duck egg blue, and the sort of pinky red, the really soft peach, and through to the creams. So it's the 50th collection by Three Sisters. It is 40 fat quarters. It's $325 though. So if you really love it, you can have it. There's only one. Only one. Yeah, Three Sisters has always been beautiful. They reminded me when they first came of Robin Pandoff, very similar to Robin Pandoff sort of look, but they've sort of stayed true to their design. And Three Sisters, they're actually the Moda in-house designers. So there's that one. And so I had more to carry, and because I love Zen Chic, and we also got the new Zen Chic one, which is called, it's 35 fat quarters. What was this one called? What was it called? I had it here before. Simply Cozy. So this one's called Simply Cozy. So a bit more color for Zen Chic. These are navies, greys, that sort of reddy, rusty red, pink, mustards and golds, and through to blacks and whites. So if you like, hi Julie, thank you. If you like Zen Chic and the more modern sort of looking fabrics, then that is a gorgeous bundle as well. There's only 35 in that one, so it's $290. So one of each of those, one only if you want them. If you want that, it's not on the website, so just comment sold and Joe will organize that one for you. It would be free shipping because it's going to be over $100, so might be a nice Christmas present to you. 2 of those. So that's what we had to buy to get that bag. Then what else did we get? So Poppy Cotton was the main sponsor for the event. Poppy Cotton is a fabric company, fairly new, last few years. You might all know their fabrics. And we saw, again, because we missed the schoolhouses, we saw everyone walking around with these beautiful bags. Let me see. Why won't that work? It's very slow. Okay. All right. So these beautiful bags. And they also did, I don't think I've got it here, but they also did the lanyards. So there's a beautiful lanyard. Everyone gets an entry tag that's paid to go. And they go in a plastic sleeve on a lanyard, and you've got to wear that all the time. So they also sponsored with all the lanyards. But these were the bags. So obviously, I don't know that this was a fabric range, the names on it, but it was a very pretty bag. See, poppy cotton on the side. Very pretty bag. They must have had thousands of them. Anyway, we wanted one of those too. So I also had to buy some poppy cotton fabric, but I'm not showing you that one because they then, the girls from Poppy Cotton then later came to my booth and asked me to come and take lots of fabric to bring back to use in my projects. That's the sort of thing that happens. So I've kept the fabric that I bought because it is they're new ranges and I might use them in a project, and we might have to order it from the shop then. But I do get the bag, and of course when I went and got some more fabric from them, I got another bag. So one lucky person that orders over the next 2 weeks, Joe's going to decide who is going to get a little surprise bag in their order. So not sure how she's going to choose, whether it's like over a certain amount or what it will be, not quite sure. But one lucky person will get a poppy cotton bag. Do we have poppy cotton fabrics? Maybe if they order a big bundle of poppy cotton fabrics, we might have some. Then we'll include a bag. So that's one little giveaway. I just missing some. Hi, Vicky. Yep, so that was those ones. I did say I got lots of bags. Now, of course, Tilda was there, and I couldn't go to her. I'm really bummed I missed her schoolhouse because in their schoolhouse bags, they got like little charm packs of every new collection. And I had a student in my classes. I'm like, how did you get that fabric? It hasn't come out yet. It was in a schoolhouse bag. So I was really sad that I missed that. But anyway, I did get a couple of bags. So Joe says she's open to bribes. So this was a Sunday brunch collection, which actually isn't new. We've seen it. It was a new release. We've seen it, but and we've already ordered it, and I don't think we ordered it. So anyway, I have a spare one of those as well. So someone might be getting one of those, but I'm not sure if it's released yet. So that might be secret stuff. I better check that. See if that's out yet. I also found out that Tuna from Tilda, because I know Tuna quite well, so I had a few chats with her, but she uses my applique paper. Did you know that? Have you got my bags? Your Tilda one, Joe? I sent that in your suitcase because you had something inside it. They were all yours were all put in the suitcase. Not released until January. Ooh, okay. So you didn't see that. You can't have it till January. I'm sure you've seen photos of it everywhere because her booth was covered with it. Okay, now the big the big news and the main schoolhouse. So they have a big launch schoolhouse at the beginning of the day. So the main one was Chula, 50 collections from Chula Pink. And Market was pretty much all about Chula. So she had the she had a big booth right inside the door, beautiful booth. And she had new hardware with Sally Tomato. She had new ribbons with the Renaissance ribbons. She had obviously new fabric and new irons and stickers. Like, it was just all about Chula. It was a massive marketing thing. And again, I didn't get to the schoolhouse, so we missed out on the bag. But our reps were wandering around, and so I set Ellen with the task of getting us some bags. So these were the Chula bags. And see, it says 50th collection. Now, her 50th collection, she basically went back to her first collection and reworked all the designs with what she's learned in the last 18 years and improved them and redid them in her way. So you might think you recognize the owl, but if you actually went back to her first owl, it's much more simplified and much different to this one. And now she's redone it like this. Janet, I might have news for you about UK applique paper. So, hi, Caroline. So, that was the Chula bag that everyone got. What's in there? Oh, and we did get the goodies that went in it as well. So I have some goodies in there as well. But what else was in there? There was also Soft and Stable and a brand new pattern from Byannie in there. And then there was this little pack of goodies. Oh, that might be a missing receipt in there, Joe. Anyway, we'll find that. And there was some Quilter's Dream samples. So I've got a couple of those to give away. Hi, Kate. And what else? Oh, there was all sorts of things in there. Anyway, so we may have a few giveaways, a few spares of these. But again, as Jo said, she's open to bribery. And it might mean the first person who we have, we don't have the new fabrics yet. Obviously, they're a long way away. But we do have some fat quarter packs of, which range is it? Anyway, it might be the first person to order a fat quarter pack of fat quarter bundle of Chula fabric might get some extra surprises in their order. We have a spare bag and we have a few extra little goodies. Okay, and then when I went, so that was market. So if we look at market, International Quilt Market here, this was the bag. And it's 45 years of International Quilt Market. And then when I went upstairs to start my teaching, I got given this bag because on the other side is 50 years of Quilt Festival. So the retail show started 5 years before the wholesale show, obviously. So that was this year's bag, and they're a bit of a collectible item as well. So I do have quite a few of those, but a lot of people collect those. But I got that as being faculty, so as being a teacher. So that's in the collection. Now, what else? Oh, we bought a few at Sample Spree. We bought a few Tilda Renaissance ribbon packs for you. So I don't know if you know Renaissance ribbons, but they've been bought out by Pink Chalk Fabrics, which is do a lot of Tilda patterns and kits and things. And so they're at Sample Spree. So let me switch over. So I have, but they're quite collectible, and it's a designer pack. So this was the Raw. So Raw has just, there's two different ones. Raw's not long out. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 ribbons in them, but they are $49.50. So I have 2 packs of those, and then 2 packs of this version. So this is the brighter, still from Raw. So these are the brighter ones, and then this is the dark colorway. So 2 packs of those. So if you want those, grab one very quickly because we won't be getting any more. They're limited. But they are $49.50. Yeah, those ones. Okay. This fabric I just got for me because I thought it was sweet. So these are the Japanese fabrics, linens, and I just thought it was cute. I don't know if I'll ever see it, ever use it, but hi, Catherine. But how cute are these? I mean, I will use them one day, I think. But how cute is it? Little bears under umbrellas. So they're linen, or yeah, they're like a linen, canvasy linen, and they're Japanese. And there's 4 colorways. Maybe I won't use all 4. Bright set for Melissa, okay? I've got my gin tonight to go. I don't even have a drink here. I thought Shed Guy was bringing me one, but I think he's gone downstairs. Okay, so aren't they sweet? So I probably don't need all 4, but it was a little bundle, so I grabbed those, and they were, yeah, really. I just thought they were sweet. They might make nice little baby mats or something one day. Hi, Karen. Also from that same place, so 7berry Japanese linens, I snaffled the last bundle of these. So classic Japanese designs, 30 fat quarters of all these classic Japanese linens. Aren't they stunning? They were stunning and I couldn't resist it, but now I'm home and I'm thinking, really, am I ever going to be able to use them or get around to using them? So if anyone desperately wants those, they are only $205 for Japanese linens, and there's 30 fat quarters. So one of those only. One of those only. Okay, then there's this really cool little place. I don't even know if I'll be able to order anymore because they really didn't. There is a website there, so they're Japanese, and he didn't speak very good English, and they didn't give you much. Well, I asked for a business card, and we just got given this. So maybe if I scan that QR code, actually, I think he might have said scan the QR code. To get more information, so I probably need to do that. But anyway, I think we got Joe. Hi, Pauline. I think we got 3 of each of these. So how sweet are they, though? So you'll never see anything like this, well, unless I can find some more. But they're so cute. They're so different and cute. So it's a hexy pattern. This one's sort of more oranges and greens. It's a 44 by 35, so it's about a yard. Not quite a meter. So it's got cats and dogs and then little teddy bears. It's just very sweet Japanese conversational prints. So I think there's 3 of those for $29. They're not on the website yet. So they're very unique and very sweet. And then here's the prettier pinks and lavenders and cats and dogs and teddy bears, and just so sweet. Couldn't resist them. So I think there's 3 of each of those before I get them on the website. And then there were these little bundles. So this is 10 pieces. So they're all unique Japanese. I'll open it. I'll have to. Oh, it's going to tear it if I open it. I'll need to open it so we can see them. Maybe I will. Don't watch me do this with my Karen paper, please. Because we need to have a look at these, because I'm sure they were all really sweet. Again, all these really unique Japanese fabrics. I don't know what he's barking at, actually. Must be a bird outside or something. Okay, Kate, I think Joe got that. Okay, so we've got this little one. Dressing dolls, little cat Rolly. Oh, it's like the little, the paper dolls where you dress them. And then all the other little bits. Oh, how sweet is that? Okay, so that's that one. Very sweet. And then little cat Nabi. So this is the same thing, but a different one, all cats. And then this one. Oh, it's got kitchen, little cat roomie. Oh, so they're all dressing dolls, but they're they're different cats and have different things on them. There's only one, maybe there's 2 of these. $80 for 10 pieces, which is great for Japanese fabrics. Very unique. Okay. That's roomy. Actually printed in South Korea. Okay. But they're designed in Japan. This one is just like all of our fabrics are printed in South Korea. This is Somi and Mary, this one. And then a blue one. Anko and Byannie. Oh, these are so sweet. And then a green one. Happy Halloween, it says. Please take me to the something. Pink one. My little cat Cloudy. Siamese cat. Cole and Morong. That's a yellow one. Oh, some information there if you can read. Okay. Cats and cheese and cats and cheese. There you go. A little bit unique. Anyway, so that's that bundle. I think there might be 2. Looks like one just went. So there might be one left. All right. What else did I find? So much to show you, isn't there? So I did say that we got so a new Byannie pattern in the show bag, but Annie released 3 new patterns at market, and I can put these ones in. I will add the links in for these. Okay, so there was a Zip It Up 2, which we already have as Zip It Up, but now it's in 2 sizes. So the original one's just in 1. So it's a new version of the Zip It Up pouch, and it's got 2 in there. And then Hot and Heavy, this is the one we got in the free bag. No, that didn't go in, did it? That one. That is an ironing bag in 2 sizes. So the big one, I think it fits the big aliso or a full size iron in it, and then the smaller one fits the smaller, probably the mini aliso, and any smaller. Yeah, that's a mini aliso, and any smaller ones in there. So that's a Hot and Heavy purse or iron carrier from Byannie, new one, and then this one is the Side Hustle. So it's a crossbody sling bag. So I know my girls at the moment traveling in Europe and UK, they've had a crossbody sling bag on 24 hours a day, where it goes across the front of your body to protect you from, pickpockets or anyone cutting the strap and running with it. And so far, so good. They've managed to get through the whole 8 weeks without being robbed or accosted or assaulted or anything, thankfully. So anyway, so Annie's come out with this crossbody sling bag. It's got pockets on the front, and it's got pockets behind, and then it's got an adjustable strap that goes around your body. So that looks like a good one. So I'll have to get some samples made of those for the shop, but at the moment we've just grabbed a few off of Casey to bring back in the suitcase. So we had some to show you, and for those that want to get in first, they are on the website. I think this is 3 or 5 of each before we place an order to get more in, which will take a few weeks. This is another little pattern that we happened across. This is a little ready for Christmas. Ho Ho Woodsy Gnomes. I'll put the link in for that. And it's just a simple pieced Christmas table runner with Christmas gnomes and Christmas trees. So there are a few of those there as well. Now, another cool thing that was released at market was this thimble tape. So this is a brand new product. They were at Sample Spree and they had a booth as well, and I have contacted them since. So it's brand new. Now, a few years ago, we started using what I called horse tape, and that's what I thought this was at first until I felt it and saw it. It's not quite. So the tape that they put on horses' legs, or they put on the dog at the vet when they've had some surgery or something, that stretchy sort of sticky tape. But this is more like a cotton gauze type version. And it came in pink and white and yellow. And basically it's a moldable thimble. And so you just cut a bit and put it around the finger that you're going to use. Now I use this one. And you just wrap it around as many times as you need to, but the thicker your needle, I think they said to use more layers. And then you can just mold it to fit. So if you've got long nails or anything, you can mold it to fit. And then it's quite amazing. Like you can stick a pin through it and it doesn't go through at all. I probably needed a few more layers on that. I can get that through where there's only one layer. But if you've got a few layers, it literally doesn't go through at all. And they were demonstrating with it, like with sharp scissors, cutting through it, and it just doesn't cut at all. I'm not going to do it too much because it might be denting, might be dulling my scissors. So anyway, if you don't like wearing thimbles, or if you have nails and things and they don't work, then this is the talk of the market as in a brand new product that hadn't been seen before. We only brought one back, and I've been in touch with them about getting some more, but it's just going to take a few weeks for the distributor to have them. So I think we've put them on the website for pre-orders, but the price is not it may change because we don't know the actual pricing with the freight yet. But I'm thinking about $10. They're not a huge amount, so $10 to $15, and it's a big tape. It's going to last a long time. And then they said, like, to even because you molded it, you can actually just take that off and keep it, next to you, and then you can put it back on and keep using it until you've worn a hole in it. But I don't know how you're going to wear a hole in it, because if you've got enough, it doesn't go through. So I haven't actually tried stitching with it yet, but that is a brand new product that we will be getting in. Okay, this was another new product which I may or may not get in when they're ready, but we might. So it's from Colonial Needle, who we get Roxanne's from and the thimblets from, and they also sell a lot of needles, and we also get Presentia threads from them. So it's just a new needle wheel, and what it is it tells you what sort of needle. So an embroidery crewel needle, if you go to the, say, pearl cotton number 5, your thread weight, needle type crewel, needle sizes 3, 4, and 5. I'm not sure if you can see that. So if we go needle type crewel for embroidery 4 to 5 strands, you want a size 5. If we want to go to thread weight, where's thread weight? How do I do this? I want to go crewel 1 to 2 strands. So you'd use a size 9. Now, 2 to 3 strands, a size 8. 3, a size 7. Okay, so my crewel needles, the Hugs and Kisses stitchery needles, are size 7s, and I say that you can take up to 3 strands. Milliner straw, if you're using a 50 weight thread, then you want to use a 5 or a 6 straw needle. Sharps, yep, quilting between. So if I was using an 80 weight thread, you'd want a very fine quilting needle. So, and then it just shows you the different needles, and on the back it also shows you more information. So I don't know how much they are because he just gave me one, but I suppose they'll be useful if we get some in. Not quite sure. Hi Bronwyn. Hi Sharon. So anyway, he gave me one of those. We'll see whether we get those or not. I know a lot of people don't know about needles. They can never remember what type to use and what size to use. We've had these before, but the stand next to us, we had a lovely stand next to us that sold these. So we grabbed another 10 of these. These are thread pickers. You know, when your cutting mat gets full of threads, which this one isn't. But you can go through and get all those threads out of your cutting mat. Or you can probably get threads off your clothes too when you've got threads all over your clothes. Karen, are you talking about the needle gauge? You'd have one of those if we got them. Or you're talking about the FinTech tape. So anyway, thread pickup. I'll put the link into that because we've got them on the website already, and we've only got, I think, 10 we could fit in. Let me see. Oh, there was another Byannie pattern that I missed. I don't know where the pattern is, but there was another one called On the Go, which was like for that, and the pre-order for that, and the thread picker in there as well. So these are really handy. Okay, so there's that. Now I'm nearly to the end. What time are we? Nearly 8 o'clock. Except I was going to demo a monkey as well. So the last thing I've got to show you is if you're a collector of our ornament, we started doing these during COVID. And someone's asked this week for this year's, so I've quickly done this year's. That's back to front, isn't it? Actually, maybe I'll be better off overhead and I'll carry it up. I'll hold it up. So this year we've gone the year we stitched our stories together. And that's this year's ornament. You can stitch through these little holes if you want to and add to your collection if you've been collecting them all. So I'll pop the link in for that as well because they are now ready to ship. I just have to let Bentley out. Just one sec. Okay, so it probably would be Brumman, the needle gauge. Yes, I'll see what I'll see if they're available for us to order yet, and how much they're going to be, and how quickly they would get here. As to whether we get any of those. Sorry, I've just missed a few messages. It's catching up. Okay, so as I said, while we're away, the next installment of the Homespun Block of the Month, Sunshine and Lollipops, came out, and I've seen lots of people already finish their block, but I thought we would just demo the monkey. I haven't printed the instructions that they sent to me, but I do know that is the monkey, and that was going to be a tricky one, so I thought we might just demo the monkey. I need to find the papers for it. Thank you. Yes, Bentley. No, I'm busy. Oh, goodness me. Somewhere in here is a monkey. There he is. There's a monkey. And there must be a monkey's head. Yes, I can't help you right now. And there is a monkey's tummy somewhere too. I probably should have printed it. There's his head. Right, is that how it goes? Something like that. All right. So let's find some fabric. Oh, and I need to go back to overhead, don't I? So you can see this. All right, so I found my monkey and I found his head, and I'm going to use that for his tummy. I'm not sure if that is the right piece, but we'll use that. So I just need to turn my iron on, get it hot. The reaction to our applique paper at market was amazing. So many people I didn't realize were using it, and I can't tell you all of the exciting stuff just yet, but someone was here from the UK before. I will tell you that we've now hopefully got a distributor in the UK and also in Canada and possibly in Germany as well. So that means it's going to be hopefully a lot more available for everyone, because so many designers and shops were already using it and loving it, which was really nice to hear, considering I have not been at market for a few years. Now I need a head and a tummy. So we're just going to go with this. It would be good if I remembered what it looks like. Have we seen the whole quilt in here? Yes, we have. Where's our monkeys? Oh, they're under there. Ah, maybe it's not a tummy, it's a face. I need a face. All right, I'm not going to worry about that at the moment. I'm just going to do his head. We'll do his head in this. I know, Melissa. Hopefully it'll grow. I do like my little line, Denise. It's good for here. I'm sure he had a tummy though. Let's just leave that for now. I'll just do the head and the body. Yes, I haven't let my Australian agent know the results yet, and to get them on their toes, ready for the next production round. Bentley, no, excuse me. He's going to eat my churla fabric. No. Ah. Stop there. I have to get the water. You're going to be like that. No more. Tummy and a face. Okay, does have tummy and a face. Thank you. Sorry, I realised I just went off camera there. Oh, now, for Brenda and everyone else that keeps asking, I spoke to Alysso again about the Chula mini Alyssos coming to Australia. they're ready to go. They just need the Australian distributors to place the order. And it does have to be a reasonable size order. So if you want them, and I was going to find the address, every single one of you need to email Birch Haberdashery and say that you want the Chula Mini Aliso irons available in Australia, or the big ones, because unless they think they've got enough people interested, they're potentially not ever going to place the order. So power of the people is going to be the only way we're going to get them here. So we need to all email and say you want it, please get it, because it's you can't buy an American one and bring it in. It's not going to work with the power one. You need the Australian voltage one. So they're now available in Europe. So they're all available. They're ready to go, but it has to be brought in by the Australian distributor. So they have to know that you want it. All right, so I've clipped into my inner curves, but I've stopped before I got to the edge of the paper. Where is my here? Right, I'm going to go onto black so you can see. All right, and find my glue pen. This is great. Let's find this one, and potentially my tools. So this is probably one of the fiddliest. Well, it's not that fiddly really, but one of the trickiest parts in the whole quilt. So let's start with an easy bit here. So I've clipped, but not all the way to the edge of the paper. And I'm just going to use my nail to push that over and make sure that my snip finishes over the paper. So the raw thread where I've snipped has been pulled over to the back of the paper. It's not going to show from the front. Okay, when I get to this little tiny end here, I could pinch and gather, but I'm just going to show you. Do I need to zoom in? I need to zoom in. Hi, Gidget. Let's zoom in, even though it's taking ages. Oh, no, it's a bit quicker. Or you can pinch and zoom on your device, remember. All right, so now at this little tiny curve here, I'm going to take my tool and just bring it over a little bit at a time until I get it like that. So I've got a nice perfect little curve there. Then I'm going to switch back right around here and just use my thumb because it's nice, either straight or a really gentle curve. Again, where I've snipped that inner curve, I'm making sure that it's pulled right over to the back, so the raw thread is on the back side, not on the front. And at this little curved end here, let's go back to our tool and just pull a little bit at a time. I ordered some glue pens for my classes over there and had them delivered direct, and haven't hit Australia yet, but there's a new glue pen as in a new colour. The pen is like a dusty rose pink. It's really pretty, and it's in new packaging. So we'll have to wait till that, I guess, till the Australian stock runs out and we get the new version. Okay, a little curved end again. Again, you might be able to do this with your thumbnail with a little pinch and gather, but if it's too tricky, just use, oops, I went off the camera there, sorry. Just use your tool. Oh, we got some new tools delivered while we're away too. Some new poor man's tools, but they're we worked out, Kayleen, that it does do it on Facebook, but only on, was it only on an iPad? Wouldn't work on your phone, I think. We worked out that one other time that, but yes, YouTube you can, but I think Facebook would only zoom in on an iPad or a computer, not on like a laptop, but not on a phone. I think that's what it was, if anyone can remember. Anyway, I've zoomed in for you now. So here's our last little end here. And then these sit inside a circle. And remember, in the packs, we also included the circles for you. So you get the perfect circles that this should sit inside. And I just need to get that curve. And I'm not too worried about this one here because his head is going to sit over the top of the neck there. So I will pull it in a little bit more. Just got a raw thread showing, so I need to pull that a bit more over onto the paper. Make sure my raw thread's not showing. Okay, now his head. I've got a little inner there, 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 and there. So I'm going to do the easy bit here first. Yeah, I thought so. I mean, the iPad does zoom. Yeah. I think we found out that out one other time. It's just your phone that wouldn't on Facebook. Okay, let's get a nice little curved ear here. Chicks That Stitch girls, if you haven't found your email to book for next year, look for that, because I think we're almost up to the date where we offer the last few places to our wait list, and then you might miss out. New venue in April next year in Kadina, but it's almost fully booked. So don't leave it too late. You can contact Sue, find the email, and get that booking in there so you don't miss out. Okay, so then his little head would go in there, and his little tummy, and then there's a little face that goes in there. But you can see, as in, that's quite a fiddly one. But over the paper, he's nicely done. So I think there's only one installment left in the block of the month. Is that right? You're in, Catherine? Yep. So when the last one comes out, I will let's hide that, and let's hide that. Come back to here. When the last one comes out, which I assume is going to be December, we'll have a look at what we've done for the year and what there is in that last one, and then I may have that whole pack up for grabs because yeah, I'm not going to finish it. So someone might be getting the rest of the paper pack, the bits that are already done, and you can just use them as you wish to make up the rest of what you were doing. So I think that's it for tonight. We've gone the longest we've gone, but things have behaved, so that's okay. I haven't coughed the whole time, so that's okay too. Turn that on off. Thanks for listening to my travels. It's like having to watch someone's slideshow of all their photos, 1,000 photos, isn't it? You're lucky you didn't get the photos. But yeah, back for a little while now. A few things happening here still, and feedback on Stitch's Garden if you think you're going to be, if you're doing it now. But at this stage, I think we might be finishing that one as well, coming up with something new for next year. Plus, after what would happen with Market, I might have a very busy year next year of travel, so I might need to cut a few things. But yeah, it was exciting. So I thank you all for hanging in there and coming back this week. I will be seeing a lot of you either next weekend or 2 weekends after that, either here in Hobart at our very last Christmas gathering or 2 weeks later in Adelaide. And must remember to organise some food for those ones. Okay, so I guess we best choose our oh no, I know what that's like, Lynn. So Lynn's plane's delayed in Brisbane. When we came back last Friday, well, we left on Wednesday, and we're at the airport like 6 hours early because he had to take the hire car back. That was all pretty stressful. Got there, no worries, and getting all our luggage through. That's always a bit of anxiety till you get that through. And anyway, the plane left on time. Well, no, we got on the plane on time, but then we sat on the tarmac for over an hour with some mechanical issue, I think. So a 17.5-hour flight turned into 19 hours. And then when we landed in Sydney, we only had an hour and 40 changeover, which I'd done from New Zealand a few weeks before, and it was no problems at all. However, this time was different. So we were an hour late landing. And then as we got to the smart gates each time, several times in different lines, there was a nationwide shutdown of smart gates. So I had to manually process passports. Then our luggage took ages to come. And then what happened next? Anyway, so we missed our connecting flight. So they put us on another one 7 hours later at 2 o'clock. And in the meantime, that was the day that there was an emergency landing of a plane came back from Brisbane because an engine blew out and then caused a grass fire. So that cancelled a lot of flights and delayed ours for another 2.5 hours. And then we finally got on the plane and they announced that someone hadn't boarded, but their luggage had. So they had to empty the whole plane of the luggage and find that person's luggage. So anyway, long story short, it was a very long trip home. But we got here and it's always nice to be home. And where will I be in Adelaide? We're doing a gathering at the Fulham Community Centre, Bromwell. So please feed you. Yes, I will feed you, I promise. I'm not going to order quite as much this year though, Kate, because we threw so much out. I felt so bad. 6 boxes of scones we threw out. So Lynn, hopefully your experience tonight isn't quite so bad. But that's okay. We got there. Yes, no, we will be. I will feed you in Adelaide and in Hobart. So anyway, I'm just rambling now. Let's draw the winner. And remember our winner now, if you order something in the next 2 weeks, we will include it with your order, include a physical prize with your order. If you don't, then we'll be sending you a PDF prize because we were just spending an awful lot on shipping for free gifts. So we've had to rethink that. So yeah, if you order something, try for a red wine, it might be for you. Okay, so let's get a winner. And I'm going to need to hide that comment so I can see it. And then get a winner and see if I can see it. No, didn't click. Why is it not working? Get me a win. Oh, now I've got 3. Get that out of the way. Judy. I'm going with the first one. So the first one was Anita Jenkins. Anita, are you still here? Oh, no, Peter. Yeah, you have a better story. Oh, Judy Bub was first. Okay, thank you. Judy Bub, are you still here? Sorry, it was very slow, delayed to show up on my end. Judy Bub was first. Are you still here, Judy? If Judy's still here, then she can have the prize. Who was next? Karen Lindner. Is Judy or Karen still here? Okay. Judy, are you still here? Karen, are you still here? Anita, looks like you're in luck at this stage. I'll give them a couple more seconds. Karen's still there. Okay. All right. Well, I think Judy maybe has gone. So we'll go with Karen and Anita. All right, Joe, you got that? Put that in your spreadsheet. You go with Karen, Linda, and Anita Jenkins. And I think Judy's gone home for dinner, perhaps, maybe. All right, that's it from me tonight. I think I need to go and get my gin now, since I missed it. And I know it was Karen, Linda, Karen. Sorry, wrong Karen. And we will see you next week. Okay, see you all next week. Thanks for coming to say hi.